In today's tip, we're going to cover CRM maintenance. It's important for your business to make sure that you enter as much data as you can about your customers and your operations so that you can make informed decisions as your business grows. One important feature within the CRM is CRM maintenance. This makes sure that you don't have duplicate leads, you don't have duplicate clients, duplicate invoices, and so on. So to access your CRM maintenance, you would go to the Admin tab and you would scroll down to CRM Maintenance. Clicking on this brings you to the page where the system will check all your records and compare them, looking for duplicate leads, duplicate clients, as well as duplicate invoices. From there, you'll be able to click on each tab if the system does find records, and you'll be able to do certain things. So, for example, in this case, we have several leads that we've put in as a demo account, and the system has identified these as being the same person. So we can go through, we can check these profiles, and we can delete the ones we don't need, and we can view them to compare data and make sure that we're not deleting anything we shouldn't. It'll also compare to see if this lead has become a client. So in this case, all of these are just leads, whereas this one has become a client. So if we do determine that all of these correspond to the exact same person, we can delete all of the corresponding records that we don't need. Similarly, it'll do the same for clients, and it'll also do the same for invoices. With invoices, it's frequent that you will have the same client that gets an invoice with the similar or similarities, similar dollar value, so on and so forth. And the system, when it identifies that, will prompt you with some options such as review options like viewing the client, viewing the invoice. But then there's action items as well, where you can delete records that aren't needed or were entered by mistake or duplicated, as well as ignore. So if, let's say that these two charges, even though they're the same and they were on the same date and they were for the same customer, if both of these charges are valid, we'll be able to click on ignore. Now, once you click ignore, the system will forever ignore these two records because it realizes that these were the two duplicates, and it'll ignore this one, let's say, if we click it. So that means that this one will automatically be validated because it's not, causing a conflict with something else. And it'll do the same thing throughout your entire CRM for all dates, all invoices, so on and so forth. Now, this isn't something you have to worry about checking frequently because when the system finds problems, it's going to notify you by email and tell you that the system has found some issues with two records, and it'll ask you what you want to do with those two records. Now, if you don't want to receive those emails, there is a way to toggle that on and off as well. If you prefer to just manually check, you can always go to Admin CRM Maintenance. And that'll bring you to this page, and it'll run the maintenance check and advise you on different options. Now, if you want to disable the notices, or if you want to re-enable if you've disabled them before, simply click on your name in the top right, click on your name, or scroll down to click on My Account. So in this case, we'll click My Account. And then on the right-hand side, you're going to see several different notices that you can receive. In this case, we want to remove the CRM maintenance notices. So we would uncheck that option, and we would click Save. From that point on, we'll no longer receive the CRM maintenance notices for our account. This is on a per account basis, so if you have other staff members that are in there, maybe you want your office manager to receive them, you can leave his option checked, and for all other accounts, those can be unchecked so they won't receive those notices. It's a very good way to keep your accounts clean, you keep your data fresh and with only the corresponding records that you need. That'll help avoid confusion and maybe entering data on the wrong profile, so on and so forth.